Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna be showing you a good setup for like your first sacrifice, which is like S minus. It's pretty good if you're trying to get to the second sacrifice pretty quickly, like with skipping lives and fast times. So the first part of the setup is just a layout one, or whatever layout you want, is just a nature script union mine going into it. It doesn't have to be this combo specifically, but anything that just gets QD or like trillions would probably work, but this is just playing it safe. Anything that gets a good amount of money pretty fast, this is a good example of that. But if you have like other cell furnaces or another setup you want to use to get that amount of money, that works too. You should probably be like S minus 100 before starting this, because it requires a bunch of rebirth upgraders. So here's the actual setup though. It starts off with like 2 Newtonian mines going onto a green teleporter, which is like where it starts, and it's up here because these elevated upgraders are like pretty difficult to get to if you're not using like a standard platform, so that's why I'm using that, so that when the ore that's getting put through the teleporters comes back, it can get these upgrades again, which is like a good amount added up. But you can put these Newtonian mines just onto a green sender and it'll have the same function, but I'm just saving UC at this point, so that I'm doing it like that. After it goes through these 3 upgraders, I have 2 centering conveyors just to make sure the ore is like completely centered. You could do 1, but 2 just makes like adds more confidence. And then this part is not not completely optimized, but it's just an ore collider on a hydraulic conveyor that is up 1, 2, 3. Oh, my bad. Up. It's only up 2. And this just projects the ore so it goes like faster. But this part honestly is not completely necessary. It just helps speed it up. It's obviously not super consistent, as you can tell, but if it works, it works. It just helps speed it up. It makes it like 2 times faster, but obviously not necessary. So after that, we have a Gate of Eclipse because the hitbox is so big. The Catalyst, Azure Refiner, Pizza Blaster, Astral Predictor, Ancient Temple, Quantum Ore Cleaner, and a Split Upgrader, and then just a orange sender and a wall. It doesn't have to be these upgraders specifically, but I like to keep the ones that are more centered over here, because if you see when we go over here, there's actually no ore collider, because I want the centered I want the ores to be centered from the upgrader so it hits the mineral wheel and clockwork. But if you have another way to make sure they're hit, doesn't matter where you put them. So orange receiver right here goes through these 2, and then it's like the more dangerous items. So I have Searing Heat with a portable flamethrower. Flamethrower just makes sure they actually go through and they're not destroyed. Chemical refiner, this is contraband, but it's not necessary. It just is like a multiplier that makes the ore radioactive. And then 2 flaming Schrodingers. You don't have to have 2. You could have 1 or you could have none, and then I just have 2 big bad blasters. Helps you get maybe a little bit more money. And then after all that, you obviously want a wild spore, just so all the negative effects go away. And then a citrus enhancer, not necessary. Again, it's an exotic, but it's an upgrader. So plasma scanner. And then here's where the resetting starts. You have a Tesla resetter right here. It goes up on a large converter ramp, and then make sure your ore replicator is placed not in the middle, to the side like this, so that when the ore goes through and the ore replicator replicates it, it goes on a raised mini conveyor, which goes into a green sender. This just makes sure that the ore that actually needs to go through again is separated from the other ore. So as you can see, like not all of them are getting the ore replicator, but make sure it's placed like right there correctly. And then this needs to be a walled conveyor right here, so when the ore goes off, if this is replaced with just a basic conveyor, sometimes what will happen is the ore gets like caught like that, and I found the best way to do that is with a walled conveyor. So put that there, and then we go to the ultimate sacrifice, which you should have if you're on your first sacrifice. But it goes into another, basically the same setup again. Raised mini conveyor, sender, replicator off like that, and then wall conveyor. And then this isn't exotic, the Grand Willow, but anything will work. Like if you have Frozen Justice, Sage Justice, it doesn't matter. This is my current best furnace, so I'm using that. And then that's basically it. As you can see, I already have OCD, that's like 10 skips. You can see how fast it is. Some stuff in the setup can be changed if you want to optimize it more, but it works fine like this. And then obviously, if you want to keep using this setup as you go through your first sacrifice. See, I just got Big Bertha. I could put that down there for another 10x, but also I don't have the I'm not using like the lightning bolt refiner. You can do that if you want to get more of an upgrader, but obviously not necessary. This already gives a good amount. We should have it pretty soon. You can see when you are gonna start getting some when the ultimate sacrifice starts to like blink. It shows that the ores have been through twice. So it's starting to blink. We should get more money now. TDD, that's not bad, but definitely get more. Also, not using the ore illuminator. Again, you can use it, but it's just slower. In my opinion, it requires more effort. And then so there's OCD. I didn't actually get the ore. I didn't see the ore that I got it, but there's 10 skips right there. That's what? A minute 22. That's not that bad, but it can probably be improved if you really want to. But it's just a starter thing to get you through your first sacrifice fairly quickly. And yeah, that's it. Well, thank you. Hope you like the setup. If you have any questions, add my Discord. It'll be in the description or comment. Doesn't matter. Goodbye.